What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Max, aka the Mythical Froki, bringing you guys the IDF draft analysis. I am the coach of your daily Dragonites, and IDF is a league that is created by me. It's my league, and we are starting our first ever season. I have run a couple of leagues before, but they all always died. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this one does not die. So yeah, we this is a 12 coach draft with 11 weeks, and it's a snake style draft. Like we go from 1 to 12, then back to 12 to back from 12 to 1. I was a third overall pick, and we had some really good stuff on board. We had Mew, we had Darkrai, we had Latios, and we had Mega Mawile, we had broken stuff like that. And I was a third overall. Darkrai didn't get picked. I was very surprised about that. I did not pick Darkrai because like Darkrai is not my playstyle. It has a very unique ability in the form of bad dreams, so you need a lot of tech to utilize that thing. So yeah, without any further ado, let's just jump into what I drafted, why I drafted. And our first overall pick was, wait, there's something wrong with it. Wait, give me a minute. Our first overall pick was Zeraora. So you guys know I wanted to draft Zeraora in PTL. I said in the draft analysis of PTL how much I wanted this thing, how this thing got drafted the second overall pick. I wanted it so much. Zeraora is so good. It gets a signature move in the form of Plasma Fist, which is a 100 base power stab move, which makes all the normal type moves in that turn electric type with its really good ability in the form of Volt Absorb. If that happens, it regains its HP. So that's really good. It gets all good form of coverage, like it gets close combat, it gets knockoff, it gets Blaze Kick, and it gets Giga Drain, it gets Grass Knot, it's stuff like that. It has a really good attack start and a really good special attack start, so I can run a special set if I want, I can run a physical set if I want. Special set, it can also go out for bolt turns, which is always fun if you want some momentum. This is a really good mon overall, has a really good speed tier, outspeeds everything I believe in the draft format other than the Ninjask, but that's why I believe it outspeeds Dragapult. So yeah, that's always nice. Really fast mon, really versatile. I love that I drafted this thing. I love that it made it to me. I love that it did not get drafted. Some people were saying that Zeraora is not going to go till round 2, but I decided to get it round 1, and I did not want any risks. And after I drafted it, a coach told me that he was going to draft Zeraora that round, so thank God that we drafted it. So our next pick, I really wanted Mega Gallade on this slot because Mega Gallade is so good. It has like 165 base attack start with 110 base speed. It hits really hard, has good form in dual stab like psychic and fighting. Two of two really offensive typings. It gets good coverage in the form of Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Knockoff, Leaf Blade, and stuff like that. But it got drafted just one pick before me. It was my pick, and it just got drafted one pick before me. So I decided to draft Mega Scizor. Now Mega Scizor is really good. It has 110 attack start. No, it has more than that. It has like, I don't really remember it, but I think it's like 150 attack start. That's really high. 140 defense start. Good special defense. Only one weakness in the form of fire. It gets its ability in the form of Technician, so it can fire off bullet punches, bug bites. It also gets a slow pivot in the form of U-turn. It can fire off 120 base power dual wing beats. That is not stab, but it's really good. We have allowed cut moves instead of hidden power, so like that is even less of a threat to it, since mons that cannot touch it can't touch it because they cannot run hidden power fire. But we have allowed stuff like return, pursuit, and stuff like that, so this thing can pursue trap mons like Mew and Necrozma and stuff like that that do not want to stay on this thing and take a bug bite. Mew, maybe it can go for a, yeah, all those things get fire coverage, which is a bit sad. So but like any mon that does not want to stay on it cannot switch out before getting pursued, so like that's really good. This thing complements that Zeraora really good. Zeraora has only one weakness in the form of ground. This thing is neutral to ground. It is not the best check to ground types, but it still is really solid. Next pick, I decided to get Zygarde 50. I don't know how this thing made it to round 3, but it did, and I decided to snag it. Zygarde 50 complements Mega Scizor so good. Zygarde 50 I think has only 3 weaknesses in the form of Ice, Dragon, and Fairy. All of those are resisted by Scizor. Scizor has one quad weakness in the form of Fire. Zygarde 50 takes that really well. Zygarde 50 is really good. It's really threatening in the form. It has a lot of setup moves. It can run Dragon Dance. It can run Coil. It can run a bulky set. It can run an offensive set. 1000 arrows to hit the flying types like Skarmory, Celesteela, and what was it called? Corviknight. Outrage in the form of Dragon Strap. Extreme Speed in the form of Priority. Crunch in the form of a coverage move. Like, this thing is so versatile. It can do so many things. We can also run a substitute Coil set if I want to just stall out my opponents for a while. Stealth rocks and stuff like that. It is not the best rock setter, I will agree, but it is really good. Like, with the sheer power of its moves, like, this thing is so good. It can break through so many things. I absolutely love that I got this thing, and I am hoping that this thing will put in the work. Next up, I decided to get Tapu Bulu because I had quite a ground weakness. Like, none of my mons resist ground, they are neutral to it. So I decided to get Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu gives me a fairy type. Tapu Bulu helps me complete the fairy dragon grass core. I actually drafted Sylveon first, and then I replaced Sylveon from Tapu Bulu. Like, I took Tapu Bulu and dropped Sylveon in the grace period. So this thing is here. Tapu Bulu gets a good ability in the form of Grassy Surge that weakens the power of Earthquake. It resists Earthquake. It has a quad weakness in the form of poison. A lot of quad weaknesses, but Scizor is immune to poison, which is really good. This thing, what was I about to say? This thing can take hits for Zeraora in the form of ground moves. Any ground move that comes Zeraora's way, Tapu Bulu can take that. Tapu Bulu also gets good coverage in the form of Wood Hammer, High Horsepower, Zen Headbutt, Mega Horn, Stone Edge, and Stone Edge and stuff like that. The only thing that is lackluster about Tapu Bulu is that it's a bit slow, and it gets no physical fairy move. Like, its only fairy move is Dazzling Gleam, which is not the best fairy move available in the game, and also it is not physical. So, like, Tapu Bulu is not the worst special attacker in the world, but with 85 special attack stat, it's not dealing that much damage with a Dazzling Gleam. So yeah, Tapu Bulu complements my team pretty well. It is a bit bulky. It has a terrible defensive typing, but I think that we can play around it with the rest of my draft. So now I wanted something bulky that can take fire hits for my team. As you see, fire is a bit of a problem. Like, only Zygarde 50 can take my fire hits for the team. So I decided to draft Vaporeon. Now Vaporeon, if you have watched my PTL week 1, I did not upload after week 1. I'm really sorry about that. If you have watched my PTL week 1, you know how much I hate Vaporeon. When it's on my opponent's team, that is, when Vaporeon is on my side, Vaporeon is a beast. It gets Scald. Now it has Flip Turn so that it can pivot out. Toxic, Wish, Protect. Basically the set that it runs, it gives me a Wish Passer. It gives me helps me with my fire weakness. Its only weaknesses are electric and grass, and both are complemented by Scizor and Zeraora. Zeraora is in fact immune to electric type attacks, so anything that wants to come in and fire off an electric type attack on Zeraora, on Vaporeon, can deal with Zeraora and stuff like that. Really versatile mon, really good, very very bulky. With, I believe it was 130 base HP stat. Like, all the evolutions have 130 in one stat, so I don't remember what it was, but it's probably 130 HP stat. A really really good mon. I just absolutely love Vaporeon. Next up, I decided to get Silvally. As you can see that hazard removal is a bit of a problem for my team. Vaporeon does not really like to take stealth rock damage. Scizor is fine with it. Zeraora and Tapu Bulu, I do not want them to get that much chipped, so I decided to get Silvally. Silvally has base 95 stats all across the board. It gets defog so that it can it gets defog so that it can take away the hazards. It gets parting shot so that it can pivot out. It has a really good ability in the form of I don't even remember what its ability is called. It's something RN, I don't even remember it. So weaken in different memories, so this thing can be any type. It's basically an RCS junior. Like, we can run fire, grass, water, poison, anything that is good against our opponent. Silvally can run it. Multi attack. in the form of that multi-attack got boosted from 90 base power to 120 base power, and from 95% accuracy to 100% accuracy. That means that Silvally always gets really strong stab moves, like in the form of, like, if I'm running Silvally Fire, it basically has flare blitz without having recoil. That is really good. This thing is also bulky. We can run normal Silvally with self destruct and stuff like that. If I want to, bandit self destruct does a lot of damage when it's tapped. Yeah, so that is what this thing is. This thing can run any type to complement all of my team. I really love Silvally. I have drafted it tons of times and it has really put in the work for me. Next up, because I have terrain, I decided to get something that will complement my terrain. Hawlucha is a really good mon. It's a solid flying type, so it gives me another ground immunity. It's a fighting type, so, and with Bulu's Grassy Surge, with its Unburden, this thing just can destroy teams. If I get a Swords Dance up, this thing is so good. It gets acrobatic, close combat, all the elemental punches. I don't know what it gets basically, because all you have seen this thing run is acrobatics, close combat, and so Swords Dance with a coverage move. So yeah, U-turn. This thing can also do U-turn if I want to pivot out. This thing is so good. Like, this thing can deal with dark types. Well, my team does not struggle with dark types, but it's still good to have some good checks to dark types. It can deal with all the other types that are a bit problematic for my squad. Hawlucha hits really hard. I don't remember what its base attack stat is. I mean, I know a couple of mods, like, Tapu Bulu is 130 and stuff like that, but I don't remember Hawlucha's base attack stat. Hawlucha, I know, is really fast. It gets the ability Unburden, so like with the Grassy Seed, this thing gets 670 speed on level 100 if I am running max speed Jolly. So this thing outspeeds any Scarfers that come in, and with the Swords Dance, this thing is just, you know what I'm saying, this thing can just is really good in terrain, so it can basically just sweep teams. Next up, I wanted more removal, so I decided to go Mr. Mime Galar. Mr. Mime Galar and Mr. Rhyme were in the same tier, but I decided to go with Mr. Mime Galar because Mr. Mime Galar is a bit faster with base 100 speed. It gets rapid spin so that it can take away all those hazards that are against my team. Then it also gives me an ice type, which is good for the team. It gives me a psychic type, another type that I did not have. It gets freeze dry, focus blast, psychic, psy shock, shadow ball, and stuff like that. Dazzling gleam, rapid spin is always good, reflect, U-turn, and stuff like that. So yeah, this thing is here basically for getting removal out of hazards out of the way and stuff like that. Next up, I decided to draft Sableye. Now, many of you will be thinking, why did I decide to draft Sableye? I had so many options. Why did I decide to go with Sableye? Sableye gets a really good ability in the form of, sorry if you can hear something like it's really hot here, I do have to turn on the fan. Sableye is really good. It gets an ability in the form of Prankster. It can stop other Prankster mons because it's a dark type. It gets Will-O-Wisp so that it can shut down basically any physical attacker, like Mega Mawile gets shut down by this thing. I mean, we do take a lot of damage even with a burn, but it's still a thing. Mega Lopunny gets shut down by this thing. Mega Mawile gets shut down by this thing. Tapu Koko, if it's running a physical set, can be shut down by this thing. So yeah, it just, like, if my opponent does not have Misty Terrain or a dark type of his own, this thing puts in so much work. It can burn so many things. It can burn Salamence, it can burn Dragonite, it can burn stuff like Mega Swampert, it can burn stuff like Rillaboom and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just really good mon overall. It's basically here to just toss off Will-O-Wisp. It can recover, knock off, Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, Hex protects and stuff like that. This thing is basically a stall mon, and yeah, I think that it's going to be doing good things with its Soviet Russia pose. Next up, I decided to get Muk. No specific reason. Muk is a good tier 5. It is really bulky. It gives me a poison type to soak up the toxic spikes because I did not have a good switch into toxic spikes. It gets good coverage in the form of the elemental punches. It has 100% accurate toxic, so it does not miss it toxic. Venoshock, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, stuff like that. It can take some hits, knock off to knock off the items. It really goes well with the team. Its only weaknesses being Psychic and Ground are both taken up by Sableye and Halucha and stuff like that. So yeah, no specific reason of picking this thing. I have never drafted Muck in my life, so I think that why not give it a try. Last but not the least pick of our IDF Season 1 is Colossal. Now, um, Colossal is a really good mod. Like, it complements my team so well. My team has a bit of a fire weakness in the form of Takabulu Scizor and stuff like that, Mr. Mind Galar, and if anything wants to hit me with a fire type move, Colossal can take the hit, and with the help of its steam engine ability it gets plus 6 speed start, so like it outspeeds most of the things. I can run like a physical set and a special set on this thing. It does not has the best offenses in the world, but we can still make it work with stuff like life orb, choice band, choice specs, weakness policy, and stuff like that. Pasho berry to probably soak up a water type hit. This thing sets up rocks. This thing, I believe that this thing also gets access to rapid spin. I might be wrong, but I think that it gives access to rapid spin, earthquake, stuff like that. This thing is basically here to set up rocks, take in the fire hits, get this massive speed boost, and if it does get the speed boost, this thing has the potential to sweep. It's such an underrated pick, and people do not often think that Colossal is good. Colossal is an absolute beast. I have used it in the past, and this thing puts in so much work. So yeah, that is going to wrap up the IDF Season 1 draft. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I will be bringing you guys week 1 soon. So I'll see you guys on week 1 then, I guess. Peace.